Hi folks, it's Chef Kevin. Tonight I'm making an oven roasted chicken using a Dutch oven, otherwise known as a cocotte. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Okay, this is going to be a real simple recipe, and it's not really about the recipe so much, but more about the technique. Now, I like to use a Dutch oven for cooking because it traps a lot of the moisture inside and the meat doesn't dry out. Okay, let's start out with the chicken I have here. I don't know if you're familiar with Bell & Evans. These are very high-end chickens. This is almost 4 pounds. It's $5 a pound, so this little bird here costs me almost 20 bucks. So you can buy a couple, you can probably buy 3 of the cheaper birds, but if you start out with a good product, you're more than likely to end up with a better product. Okay, let's see what this is all about here. Okay, all natural, raised without antibiotics. No injections, no growth hormones, no genetically engineered ingredients, and what I thought was kind of funny, no grains imported from China. I've never seen that before, but thank you for that. Okay, I have some fresh rosemary. Rosemary goes very well with chicken. I'm going to put that through a spice grinder. And then I have some salt, sea salt, and peppercorns. The next step is to prep the chicken. Okay, this is my nut and spice grinder. I'm going to take my rosemary, strip the leaves off the stems. You don't want stems. I think you get the idea. I'm going to finish this off. Okay, that's all the rosemary. Have a good tablespoon of peppercorns, black peppercorns. Going right in there. If you're going to spend 15 bucks on a chicken, you might as well have the best, freshest seasonings. It's almost there. I don't want to make it too fine. I don't want to make it like a powder. Smells so good. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. It's definitely not powdered, but it's pretty broken up. Okay, that's what I'm going to go for. The next step is seasoning the bird. So let's take a look at this bird here. What I did is I brought it right over to the sink, cut it open, and let the fluid run out. Then I washed it inside and out with cold water. And you should always do that because there may be some coagulated blood, fecal matter, a feather, stuff you do not want in your dish. Okay, I stuffed a paper towel in there just to dry the inside. Now, I'm not sure if you can really see this on camera, but this bird has a very nice color to it. It's nice and yellowish. It looks like it's been a happy chicken. Those all white chickens are not good quality. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and season the bird. What I have here is some butter, but not just any butter. It's Kerrygold Irish butter with garlic and herbs. This is very good stuff. I have about three tablespoons here, so what I'm going to do is brush on the butter all over, under the wings, under the legs, and this is done really for two reasons. One, it'll help cook the skin, and it also acts as a magnet so that your seasonings will stick to the bird. Salt, liberal amount because some of it's going to fall off. Flip you over. Same thing. Butter. You can use oil if you want to, but this butter is infused with garlic and herbs, so it's just another layer of flavor. Now, one mistake I see people make a lot is they don't season it properly. They'll put it in the pot and then they season it, and you can't do that because you can't get the seasoning all over the bird like you should. So I like to put mine in this tray here, and that just helps clean up after the seasoning is done. Little salt. This is going to be good, folks. Okay. I'm going to be cooking this in a Staub cocotte, I should say. Dutch oven. A Dutch oven is basically a cast iron pot with a tight fitting lid. It doesn't necessarily have to have any coating. It can just be uncoated cast iron, but the coated ones have easier cleanup properties. And I've done videos on those before, so I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay. This is a little grilling rack I bought on Amazon, 2 for $14. And what I'm going to do is put this inside the Dutch oven. And what that does is it keeps the bird from direct contact with the bottom of the pan. And what that does is it makes sure that the bird doesn't stick to the pot, and it also makes sure that the bottom of the bird doesn't get boiled. Because if you were just to put the bird inside the pot, the bottom will be boiled, and then when you take it out, it'll all fall apart and become a real big mess. Now I'm also putting the rack in lengthwise, and you'll see why later. Now the bird pretty much takes up the full oven. So you can't have any vegetables on the surrounding areas, because it'll just be overcrowded, and that if that happens, then the bird takes longer to cook, and it doesn't cook quite as well. The skin won't be browned. So I do like to do that, but I have a very small oven, and this is about the largest Dutch oven that's going to go in there. This is a Staub 29 centimeters, so it's 11 3/8 wide. Okay, going to prep the oven, preheat it to 350 degrees. 350, I don't know if you heard me or not. Okay, I'm putting the bird inside. Roast mode, 350 degrees. Total cooking time for a 4-pound bird should be about 90 minutes. And for the last half hour, I'll cook it uncovered just to crisp it up. I hope you're hungry. Okay folks, it's been 30 minutes. So let me take a look here. I can hear it cooking away. Okay, I just inserted a LED thermometer. It's coming up to 124 degrees. I like to take it out at like 170. Okay, it's 125, it's not going up. That's as expected, however. Okay, looks like it's coming out good. What I'm going to do is put it back in and cook it without the lid. That way I'll brown up the skin. I'll be back in about 25 minutes to take another temperature reading. Okay, this actually took me an hour and 40 minutes. Took me 20 minutes more than I thought it would be, but it's looking very good. Internal temperature is 172. Try this side here. $164. Okay, I would say this is done. It has a very nice color to it. The skin is really crispy. It's looking so good. It smells so good. Okay, I want to take it out of that heavy cast iron pan because I don't want it to cook any further than this. That pan has a lot of heat in it. So it's been setting for a good 20 minutes. You don't want to cut into a hot bird or any hot protein for that matter, because then all the juice. Okay, I have the bird on a cutting board inside of a sheet tray, and that's to keep any juices from falling all over the countertop and eventually the floor. Okay, so let's just get right into this. It's still pretty hot. Okay, that's a huge chunk of breast meat. And I'm not quite sure if you can really see. It's very moist. Very soft, very moist. Beautifully cooked. Gonna go ahead and cut the rest of the chicken right in half. A little bit better of a knife here. Let's take a look here. You see some redness at the very bottom, but that's the dark meat, that's acceptable. It's very moist. That's the very bottom. That's acceptable. Let me cut a leg off. No redness on the leg. Cut a thigh off. Slight pink on the thigh. That's thoroughly cooked though, that's not undercooked at all. Okay folks, I'm going to plate this, and then I'm going. Okay folks, so here we have your roasted Bell & Evans chicken, roasted in a Dutch oven. And I have some roasted red potato medley with garlic and onion, served on a bed of baby spinach. So I'm not quite sure how much better it can get than that. Oh, wait a minute, it can. Homemade chicken gravy. Tell me that doesn't look good. Okay folks, hope you like my videos, and if you like my videos, if you like my channel, give me a thumbs up at least, perhaps subscribe. I'd appreciate it.